Baltimore Ravens are going to go against Tommy DeVito at quarterback for the Giants this Sunday. Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry are now officially 99 overalls in Madden. And we'll talk some AFC North Hard Knocks from last night, or lack thereof for the Ravens. But all that and more in today's episode of the Flock Rundown.
Ravens Flock. The Flock Rundown is the place to be.
Motionless brainwaves attempt to swim their way to sense, can't tame the untamed.
Appreciate you, Ray. What's up, Ravens fans? My name is Ryan, and welcome back to another episode of the Flock Rundown. We got the Giants this week, practice today. Everybody's healthy coming off this bye week except for Sanusi Kane. He was the only one that was not at practice today, along with Deontay Johnson, obviously, due to the suspension. But other than that, everyone's feeling good. The team practiced inside today because it was pouring rain outside, but there was someone outside, and that was Justin Tucker kicking field goals out in the rain, trying to get right. Hopefully he does get right, because we're going to absolutely need him down this stretch. We got an 8-game season ahead of us, 4 regular season games, and then hopefully 4 more postseason games. The New York Giants announced today that Drew Lock is in a walking boot, so they're going to go with Tommy DeVito at quarterback this Sunday against the Ravens, which is a downgrade in my opinion. Not that Drew Lock is an elite quarterback, but he's better than Tommy DeVito. The Giants haven't had much success with Tommy DeVito ever, and the Ravens are trying to go win a Super Bowl, so this Sunday is a perfect game to get everything clicking, get that confidence back. You know, don't take it lightly. It obviously is an NFL team. You know, they're going to be playing hard. It's in their stadium, but I don't foresee the Ravens taking them lightly, especially coming off of a bye. They're 13-3 in the Harbaugh era, coming off of a bye. And Kyle Hamilton spoke today to the media about how they've already experienced losses against teams that aren't as good as them, and they are not going to be taking any team lightly.
Outside looking in, view on the game, you know, their record versus our record, you're just assuming something, but, you know, those guys play in the NFL too, and they got a lot of talent over there. And, I mean, we lost to the Raiders, who are 2-10 right now, so you can't really go into a game thinking that you got to go play every single game. So I think we have that mindset, and we're locked in on the Giants.
Do you think that because you had disappointing games against kind of like the Raiders and the Browns, do you think that helps you in games like this?
Yeah, I think so. I think it helps us just not let our guard down. You know, you got to win every game in this league. Doesn't matter the situation, what week it is, who's on the other side, who's not on the other side. You know, if they got 11 guys out there and there's a football, then you got to win the game. So I think we're kind of in the business just taking a week at a time right now and doing what we need to do.
Not saying they're not going to play hard, but this team is not even close to as talented as the Ravens are, and coming off a bye where their bodies are right, there's just absolutely no excuse for the Ravens not to go out there and put on a show. I expect the Ravens to be clicking on all cylinders, both sides of the ball, and it should be a fun game to watch, get your confidence going type game for this Ravens team. We got the Steelers matchup after that, and then a quick turnaround to the Texans, and then the finish off against the Browns. You know, I'd love to win out. I'd love to be rolling into the playoffs and have this team create a lot of momentum for themselves, because there's no more weeks off. This is an 8-game season if you want to go to the Super Bowl, and you won't get a break until we win the Super Bowl. So it's 8 straight weeks, and I think this team has a perfect opportunity right now to start building that momentum against the Giants and continue that into the Pittsburgh game, into the Texans game, into the Browns game, and then whoever we play in the playoffs. Let's get it going. The Ravens also got some pretty cool news today. Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry are officially 99 overalls in Madden. Madden welcomed them to the 99 overall club. And the Ravens media team put out a clip of the Ravens offensive line and Pat Ricard announcing this news to Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry. Let's roll that.
Myself and the O-line, we have a surprise for you guys. You guys are one-on-one players, special players, leaders on this team, and we want to officially congratulate you guys on being a part of the 99 Club of Madden. So congratulations. You guys deserve it. Now you know you can go on the game, go crazy, go stupid. Congrats. Deserve, man. Nice, all
good. Appreciate y'all boys, man.
Yeah.
Check out the cleats,
Gold cleats.
Gold cleats.
This ain't, I ain't being punked now, but this is in the print.
Yeah.
Those are nice.
Can't wait to do the game.
Yeah.
I'm out with them in the game.
Have to now.
Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate the whole line. Y'all guys the reason.
Y'all the reason why, bro. Appreciate y'all, bro. Yes, sir, bro.
Appreciate y'all, man.
All right, but that's not the only 99 club person here because Pat's also been elevated to 99 lead blocker. About time, man. Appreciate it.
Appreciate y'all, bro. To be part of the 99 Club Madden now. You and Derrick.
I feel like that's overdue, bro. I feel like that's overdue, but I'm grateful for it, you know. I feel like we need more items, though. I done seen everybody else get chains and all type of stuff. We only got little cleats, but I'm grateful for it, though. I'm grateful. Appreciate that, man.
This is the first time ever that 2 NFL teammates in season have been moved to 99 overall, so pretty historic moment and just kind of a compliment to how good Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson are and how dominant of a duo this is. This is truly one of the best running back quarterback duos we've ever seen. It definitely is the best running back running quarterback duo we've ever seen. I think that they are on a historic pace statistically and they are not finished. Last postseason, we still had a dominant run game, no doubt. We've kind of always had a dominant run game in the Lamar Jackson era, but we did not have a Derrick Henry. We had Gus Edwards leading the way for our backfield last year, and it's a massive upgrade to have a guy like Derrick Henry. So I think that they will have no problem using him throughout the playoffs, throughout this stretch of the regular season that we're in. And I think Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry are going to be the train that moves this team, especially offensively. Obviously, the defense needs to take care of business as well. And Lamar's 100% already having an MVP season. He's surpassed what he's done last season, and he won MVP last year. I'm not sure if they're going to give it to him. I would say it's between him and Josh Allen right now. But if you look at the stats, and I know Josh Allen's now the favorite, but if you look at the stats, Lamar Jackson is better in almost every single category than Josh Allen. So if the Ravens dominate down the home stretch of the regular season here and Lamar Jackson's kind of still doing what he's doing, I would not be surprised if he gets a back-to-back MVP, a third MVP. I know they're dying to give it to Josh Allen. They usually don't want to give it to back-to-back players, but it's not like Lamar's not deserving. And he spoke on that today to the media, not that he really cares.
I'm gonna try to play MVP level every game, my man. It really don't matter. I don't think about anything like that. Don't get me wrong, cause I feel like the world should know what my goal is, you know. But so I just gotta focus on the game at a time, and just me being who I am. I don't really care about me being MVP. Lamar, I feel like I'm doing that regardless.
I like the response he had to that. Obviously, he's not going to put a lot of weight into winning the MVP again. He's been there, done that twice already. You know, I don't think a third MVP is going to surpass going on a run and win the Super Bowl. He definitely wants to go win some Super Bowls, you know, over getting more MVPs. But I love that he's like, I go out there every single game and try to be the best possible version of myself, to be MVP Lamar Jackson. That's the goal every single week. And that's the best mindset and response that you could possibly have. Last thing I wanted to talk about is the episode of AFC North Hard Knocks last night. I don't know if everyone watched it or not, but you didn't miss much if you were looking for Ravens stuff. Again, we had about a minute clip of Harbaugh kind of addressing the team before they went off to the bye. I thought maybe the Hard Knocks cameras would follow a player, you know, going home on the bye, or show some family life, or show some coach behind the scenes stuff. We didn't get anything. I believe the teams have a say in what gets aired and what gets shown, and I don't think the Ravens want to participate at all. You know, I do expect the coverage to pick up. I understand it was definitely a bye week. That's why there wasn't as much coverage. But even the week prior when we played the Eagles, they just like summarized our game in a few minutes, showed a couple Tucker missed field goals. They showed like one clip behind the scenes of the coaches again, where the Ravens are definitely the least aired team on this Hard Knocks. It's a lot of Mike Tomlin, a lot of Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, some Cleveland, but the Ravens are an afterthought. It almost feels like we're not in the division, you know, and I don't know if that's the Ravens having this bye week and Hard Knocks just kind of putting it on pause until the Ravens get going again, but why didn't you bring up the Deontay Johnson situation at all? You know, he got suspended and they just didn't even address it. So that feels like the teams have a lot of control into what gets talked about and what gets said. And if that is the case and the Ravens are able to kind of morph this narrative or morph what gets shown on Hard Knocks, then we're not really going to get much information at all. I mean, it's still cool to watch. I'm going to watch every single week, but the Ravens seem to be keeping things very close and tight-knit to the chest. I don't think there's going to be a lot of information coming out. And we might not see a ton of Ravens footage until they play the Steelers again in a few weeks and then the Browns to end the season, because it seems like when there's two division matchups, that kind of dominates the episode, which makes sense. But I don't really think the Ravens are going to be the star of the show in any of these Hard Knocks episodes until possibly the Steelers game in a few weeks. But that's it for today, guys. Not a ton going on, but I wanted to come on here and give all the updates from today. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are on everything and how you're feeling about this Giants game coming up Sunday, this home stretch that we have, these last 4 games. I appreciate you guys, as always, for tuning in to another episode of the Flock Rundown. Have a beautiful rest of your day, and I'll let the greatest linebacker in the history of the game take us out.
Ravens Flock. The Flock Rundown is the place to be. My man Ryan has been a lifelong Ravens fan since he was born. The Flock Rundown. Nothing gets better than waking up and wondering how high we can fly. Tune in.
Motionless brainwaves attempt to swim their way to sense, can't tame the untamed.